Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all don't throw those old Christmas boxes out, turn them into craft room storage, and I am going to show you how. Stay tuned. Y'all, welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back. To all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers, thank you all so much for being here. Can you believe that 2023 is almost over? We have 2024 right around the corner, and at the start of 2024, we all look for ways to get organized. Well, I have a very low-cost idea for you, and if you just got through celebrating the Christmas holidays, then you probably have an abundance of Christmas boxes. So I am going to show you a really awesome way of taking those Christmas boxes, especially if they're like this, and we're going to take the bottom or the top and turn it into some awesome craft room storage. So this is going to be another low-cost organization idea, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I have my phone in there. Y'all, I took one of those box bottoms, and with a few tweaks, I turned it into some amazing desktop storage. I'm going to flip to my overhead camera because y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, y'all, so here's a closer look at the organizer that we're going to make. So this one I made to hold a variety of things. We can put the big old spatula in. I have a place here where we can put notebooks. I can put my phone, things that I might be working with at the time. So you can make yours so that it will hold the same things all the time, or you can make it so that it will hold specific things. So on this one, I'm going to turn it around so that you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, but you can play around with section placement all that you want because I'm going to show you how simple this process is. And I am using one of the box bottoms. Y'all, why did someone tell me? My big old head was right here instead of in the corner. So let's just move me out of the way so that you can see that this is the box that we're going to be working with. You can see how flimsy it is. This certainly would not hold up as an organizer, but we're going to make a few tweaks to it and it will definitely be a nice storage box. You can do it however you want. You can even make one of these to sit in your bathroom and hold bath towels and bath salts and things like that. So here's how I'm going to do it. It's going to be so easy. So for my project, I'm going to be using my scoreboard to determine the size of my box. And if you're going to do this, this will be a process video. I won't be giving exact measurements because the boxes you're working with might be slightly different. So when I put this in, this is about 11 7/8 by 4 7/8, and it is approximately 3 inches tall. So these are the measurements that I'll be working with. So what I'm going to be doing is using chipboard, and I have some scrap chipboard that I'm going to be using to cover this box. You might need to get a new sheet of chipboard for this, but you'll only need one full 12 by 12 sheet and then some scraps to get you through. So what we're going to do basically is we're going to cut out pieces that will fit this way and on the side and on the front here. So like I said, this is just a process video on how I would do this. So I've already cut my pieces and I used the measurements that we just saw, 11 7/8 by 4 7/8 by 3. Now I can check this to see if it's going to fit, and if it's not, then I'll trim off just a little bit. And I can see on this piece, I can trim a little bit. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer and I am going to trim off about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm just making a score on the chipboard, and then I'll just go back through that score with my finger blade. And now I can take this and we can test it again to make sure that it's going to fit in this way, and it does. So now I'm going to use a piece of scrap black cardstock. Again, you can use whatever color you want to To do this, I am going to keep my box very, very simple. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to place it down like this. And then I'll trim away this end and we'll trim away all of that excess. And now I have a nice covered base. So I am going to go ahead and take this base, add some tape. And guys, I apologize if you can hear my neighbors next door. Sounds like they are just back from the Christmas holidays and doing some catching up. Take my box and I'll place this piece in by making sure I get it all the way in the corner, and then we'll place it down like that. And already this box is a whole lot firmer than it was. So I have already done one of the black pieces. So basically what I have here is a piece that's going to allow me to put this piece down, and I'll have an inch that will overhang on the outside of the box like that. So what I'm going to do is take this piece, and I've cut mine to 4 1/4 by 12, and I am just going to make a score at 1 because I know that this will be my fold over piece. Then I'm just going to fold it like this, remove my tape backers, and I'm using double stick tape. And now I'll take this piece and I'm going to place it right against where this fold is. So I'm placing it down like that. Then I'm just going to trim away my excess. And now I'm going to add another piece of tape right there. Peel away the tape backer. Then I'm just going to add some tape here on the top. You can put down as much tape as you want. I'm just putting down enough to show you guys this process. So now I'm just going to cut and angle in just a little bit there. And then I'll angle in just a little bit here. Now I'm going to take this piece, and I should have done this first, but I'm going to place it down to make sure that it's going to fit on the inside, and it is. So now I'll remove this piece. We can take this piece and we just put it in so that it's hitting on the inside like that, and then we can fold over like this. I'm going to smooth that. And you can see that this is starting to get a whole lot firmer, so I'm going to take this piece and do the same thing. I've already added the tape and I've added it to the paper. So now I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it in like that. Let's press it against the wall of the box. And then we just fold over. Y'all, this could not be any simpler. And you're not even using a whole lot in the way of supplies. So I'm just going to go over this to get everything nice and smooth. And you see how that's looking? So now we need to do these ends. And I've already done one. And basically, it'll fit in like that. So you're just testing your chipboard pieces to make sure they fit. And if they fit, you can do that fold over. So I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of black, and I'm going to score at 1 inch. And I want the black piece to be larger than this piece so that we can place it down, and then we'll trim away the excess. So again, I'm going to fold this. I'm going to take this piece and we'll press it against that fold and lay it down like that. So now I'll take my finger blade, and we're just going to trim away the excess. Now I'm going to take a piece of tape, put the wide tape here. Then we'll take this tape, put it here and here. Remove the tape backers, and then we just take our piece, put it in, and fold over. I'll go in on the inside, make sure that I have a nice solid stick on this, and we'll do the same thing down here. Y'all, I absolutely love this idea, and I think you will too, especially if you have some Christmas boxes that you might not be using and you want to turn them into some organization. This is a great way to do it. Go ahead and firm those boxes and turn it into what you need for it to be. I'm placing this piece here. I'm going to fold it over. And now I have this wonderful, nice, sturdy box that I can use in my craft room. So how do you create sections? Well, I'm going to show you how, and then you can use this technique to section yours however you want. Make it fit you, not necessarily what I'm doing to make it fit me. All right, so I have some scrap chipboard, and the chipboard is too wide for this. So I am just going to cut it down. And I'll start by trimming off about 1/8 of an inch. So let's test it. Okay, so that's going to be wide enough. You want a piece that's going to fit on the inside and fit pretty snugly. So I am going to take this, and we're going to trim again to 2 3/4. So I'm going to make 2 cuts at 2 3/4. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover these 2 pieces in tape. All the way around. So then I have some black scrap, and this is 6 by 12. And so I'm going to peel away the tape backers from both pieces. I'll take this one and place it right at the end there. Then I'm just going to take my finger blade and trim and flare out there. Do the same thing here. Trim and then flare out at the corner. I can take this piece and we can fold it over. Then I'll do the same thing on this end. Those of you who have been with me for a while, you know what I'm about to do. Those of you who are new to the channel, this is a technique that I use when I am making inserts for boxes. And trust me, it works. I haven't had one to fail me yet. So I'm just going to trim away this, trim away here, and then I'll flare out. And let's flare out on this end. And now we can fold over, and we have our 2 inserts. So I am just going to trim away all of the excess from these pieces. And so what I've decided for this one is I want this to hold some 6 by 6 papers that I have. So I'm going to put that paper in, and then I'm just going to take this insert and place it right there. I want those 6 by 6 papers to be nice and snug. So we're going to take our glue, and we place our glue along the raw edges. And like I said, y'all, if you're new to my channel, This is a technique that definitely works. Those of you who've been with my channel for a while, you can leave comments to reassure those who haven't that this process is going to hold up. So I'm going to take this book, put it back in, then I'm going to take this piece and just slide it into place, take the book out, make sure I have it nice and straight. Then I'm going to press down on the side and the top. And this will dry. It's Reptile adhesive. That glue that you see right there that's white is going to dry clear. And then I'm just going to hold it for a moment so that it can dry. And you can see now that my 6x6s are going to fit in here nicely. So if you want to know how to place your spacer, just go ahead and take the item that you want to sit in the holder, place it in, and then place your spacer next to it. And so now I'm just going to take this one. I'm going to make it wide enough for a roll of tape. So I'm going to put that tape right there. And I'm just going to add my glue all the way around. I'm basically placing my glue along the raw edges. And when you're making yours, you can get as elaborate as you want with decorating the outside. I'm just going to leave mine pretty plain. So now I'll take this piece. I have that tape in, and I'm just going to slide this piece into place like that, and I'll straighten it. And then we'll get that nice and stuck. And so I'm just holding it. I think I'll turn it on its side and just hold it like this to get it stuck. So you can see all of my glue. It's white, but like I said, when it dries, it's going to dry clear like it did here. You can't see any of the glue on that one. So now we have our little stand here. You can even turn it this way to make yourself a shelf. Y'all, I can imagine this being used for so many different things. And it's going to start with a box top or a box bottom that you might already have in your stash. So now that we have this done, I'll be able to take my 6x6 paper pads, the few that I have, and put them in. I can go ahead and add a roll of tape. I can also add my scissors, as well as a bone folder, as well as a finger blade, and I'll probably add just one more divider. So when I'm ready to work with the 6x6 papers, I won't have to go looking for the tools or anything that go with it, because it'll all be in this box, and I can just pull it out and get to work. Y'all, wasn't that easy? We now have a way that we can store our 6x6 papers, as well as tape, as well as utensils, to be able to pick this box up and get to crafting. And this one, I even have my phone sitting in one of the dividers, but you can see how easy it is to place those inserts in your box. You can place them in whatever configuration you want. I am going to go back and add just one more to this, maybe two, so that I can keep my tools sitting upright. That way, when I'm ready to use this particular box, I'll just pull it out, grab my 6x6s, and we'll do some 6x6 paper crafting. So I hope that this has sparked some ideas in you and ways that you can use the various size gift boxes, tops and bottoms, that you might have in your closet or your paper crafting stash. If you have liked this video, and y'all, I hope you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.